Welcome back to Parking Lot Takes. That's Brandon and I'm Christian.
And Jurassic World Rebirth might be over, but the conversation's just starting. Well, we just got out of Jurassic World Rebirth. We just saw for the first time. So we're going to give you our thoughts, how we felt. Talk positive, talk negative.
Are you done?
Give you a rating. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Sweet, let's lay out the episode. We're going to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth, and then we're going to be getting into K-pop Demon Hunters. Peak. Okay. And then we're going to be talking about just kind of catching up on what we've been watching. We've been watching different things, but we have interesting thoughts. I assume. Always. You have interesting things to say.
I have very interesting thoughts. When do I not have interesting thoughts?
A lot of the time.
I swear, if you say Multiverse of Madness, it would kill you.
A lot of people have been on your side?
They've been on my side, dude. It's great.
A lot of people have also been on my side, though, so I wouldn't get too happy.
I've been going in and commenting me like, agreed, yes, thank you, like, guy on the left.
What's funny? Great. What's funny is I don't, disagree with your point. I get that the Darkhold does what it does.
But you did in the clips, though.
I get that. I my argument is it's stupid. Because of how it falls chronologically.
You just your argument was, I just wanted to see it.
Right.
And I think that's dumb.
Because chronologically, we get a 2-second scene that even I was even thinking about this. You claim to be that's enough for me, but we really didn't know what that scene meant. You know what I mean? It wasn't obvious until Multiverse of Madness. What
do you mean? How know what far? It meant?
No, we knew
it's the Darkhold.
Brandon, shut the frick up. Brandon, shut the frick up. Brandon, can I talk? No. Let me talk.
That's the whole point of the Darkhold.
Let me talk.
Oh my gosh.
Let me talk.
We're going down this road again.
Let me talk. Shut up. Okay? I understand it corrupts her. I get that. And I understand that that's how things justify. I'm talking purely from a filmmaking standpoint. The last time we see her, she has a redemption arc. And the next time we see her, she's completely evil. And the thing that ties those two things together is one scene that tends to be ambiguous. Because here's the reality. If Multiverse of Madness is done differently the way I'm doing it, you're not going to disagree. Correct? If they slowly progressed it in, would anyone be like, nope, she should just be automatically evil? That's my point. Mm-hmm. That's my point. It's only validated by the writing in the movie because of how they do it. That scene makes sense because of Multiverse of Madness. So when I watched it, I didn't necessarily feel like it meant I'm slaughtering people now. That's my point.
I mean, it makes sense if we live in an alternate reality, but that's not what we live in. So what we've gotten works just fine. I'd stand by that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we don't live in another multiverse, Christian, where you get your drawn-out 4-season Wanda show.
Holy crap, that's almost like what the movie's called. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Wait, hang on, Brandon. Let me, can I pitch you this movie real quick?
Go ahead.
It's a multiverse movie, and crazy stuff happens in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we spend, 2 movies, 4 seasons of what? All the build-up for Wanda. That way we get that.
Brother, they didn't. The people who made this movie did not watch WandaVision.
But it doesn't matter.
Clearly it does. It clearly matters.
But it doesn't matter because it works.
You know what I feel like? You know how this feels right now? This feels like our 28 Days Later clips and all the people who are like, it's so obvious, what Jamie's character is and, how he fits morally. I'm going to tell you right now, not one of 2 people are on the same page on this. Everybody has a different opinion.
That's true,
they're like, it's so obvious he's a terrible person. Oh, it's so obvious he wasn't allowed to leave. Oh, it's so obvious he feels so much shame. I'm like, no, clearly, you guys should read a little bit because nobody's on the same page about this character at all. That's how that feels. It's so wild. Anyway, whatever. We're talking about Jurassic Park. Shut the frick up. Our Jurassic World.
Oh man,
Jurassic World has been rebooted. It's been rebirthed.
Is it
the amniotic fluid is still there. We're still passing the placenta.
We're still bioengineering.
Are you eating the placenta from the Jurassic World Rebirth? Is that a real reaction?
Yes, that's gross.
Have you seen a placenta?
Yes.
I have. You have?
Yeah. Well,
your illegitimate children.
All 12 of them, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I have not seen
This
like
year,
an actual
too.
placenta
Crazy.
in person. This year too. Man's getting busy.
I know.
I haven't seen a physical placenta. No,
Had-
but I've seen one in textbooks before.
Okay. When baby was born, no one prepared me what that was gonna look like. It looks like an alien like life form, dude. It looks whack.
I'm not ready.
Yeah.
But I've got plenty of time before.
You said you learned about that in high school?
Yeah, it's like in textbooks.
Wow. I wish I would have learned about that in high school.
Why?
Well, my biology teacher just taught us like a lot about sex.
Oh,
She was very hands-on with some of the students.
Oh. Dear God, what?
She was very involved.
Really showing you how to put it on is what you're saying.
It's just like a legend, you know.
Just you had a friend who told you, something about that. Gosh, I wasn't allowed to go to those classes for that reason.
Are you serious? You weren't allowed to go to sex education?
Wasn't. No, I was not.
Wow.
But okay, here's the crazy part.
They teach
Here's
abstinence, though.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but the crazy part is
They just show you lumpy wieners.
yeah, well, my parents were like, you can't go learn about sex. That's not how it works. But I rode the bus home from school.
I know. Yeah.
What do you think happened?
Yeah.
They all got on the bus and just rattled off everything that they learned. So it's like I basically took the class. but they were like, for an hour, every time you have sex ed, you're just sitting in this classroom alone with your teacher.
No joke.
It's like, come on.
No joke. We're in 6th grade middle school class. Okay. This lady is talking about doing the deed, sealing the deal, bumping cherries. And she is going through the motions, She's demonstrating on Timmy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Timmy's a skeleton.
You wish you were... Oh.
Just kidding. Anyways, she's doing this. She's doing the spiel, giving the sex education
Doing the
spiel.
deed.
And she's like, what's the best way to prevent against STDs is to wait till you're married. And listen, let me talk. Let me finish the story. I will not say his name, but he sat like this way, right back corner of the class, and he went, "That's way too freaking long." It was awesome.
That's gold.
Really funny. Anyways,
How do we... Yeah.
naturally,
would not.
It progressed from here.
You didn't eat the placenta, right?
No. This is Gareth Edwards' new movie since creator, correct?
Yeah. I guess, yeah, the last one he did was the creator. Love that movie.
Yes.
You like that one, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
really
On
good.
rewatch, it's even better to me.
Not gonna rewatch it.
Why?
It's too sad.
It's too sad. Come on,
It's too
dude.
sad. It's too
Come on, not every
emotional.
movie can be like lovey-dovey fun popcorn flick, dude. You got to get past it. Come on.
It's too sad.
All right. I rewatched it recently and it's really good.
You can't see how for my situation it's hard to watch.
Yes.
Okay. That's called empathy. Learn about
I don't have any empathy for you.
Yeah,
I don't care about you.
I know. Yeah, I know you don't have empathy because you're like, my Queen Wanda slaughtering all of Carmartage, but hey, babe, the Darkhold will corrupt you, so that's my girl. Ice cream song.
Somebody's a little salty.
I'm salty.
Sounds like you need a little ice cream.
All right.
Let's actually talk about Jurassic World.
All right, Jurassic World Rebirth. You want to rate it? You want to score it up?
Yeah, let's score it up. Yeah, let's do it.
What? Okay, so what are you giving? So,
Okay.
how would you score Jurassic World Rebirth out of Samuel Jackson Severed Arms?
I'd probably give it like maybe like one severed arm and like a quarter, maybe like a hand's bitten off.
So like one complete arm.
One
and a
arm's
hand.
gone. Hand
So
gone.
hand, entire arm to the shoulder.
To shoulder, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And then I would go other arm, just one hand.
Just one hand.
Yeah, so he's kind of rocking like a Luke, like a Luke Skywalker.
Oh, there you go. So no arm in Luke Skywalker.
No arm at Luke Skywalker. Yeah, it's
Gotcha. Poor Sam.
How would you rate
I'm
it?
not totally indifferent. I'm thinking kind of like this amount here, like like a comfy fit, you know, like
Yeah,
as much as you can fit,
as much as you can fill it with.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like because
wait. Do that again. I want to see
this.
Okay.
Like as far as
So
this fits.
Okay.
Right.
So that length essentially.
That length right there up, you know.
Are you
because
used to that
this
length?
movie does in a lot of ways fit right into the backside of this entire franchise.
That's a great way to put it. Right into the old sphincter.
Just perfect. There's the
there's
suction.
a little pop,
there's
right?
no pop, suction. Oh, like little because it's airtight now. There's like a vacuum. There's a vacuum. It's like
please, dear God, stop doing that with your arm.
It's sex education class.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Well, let me fill you in.
Please, let's
when
not.
When a man loves a man.
Oh, that's great for 2 minutes in a podcast.
A woman really loves her man.
Oh, man, that's great. Yeah. So, anyway.
What'd you think?
I think it's just okay.
Okay.
I think it's just okay. I think it has good moments and it has really, really bad moments that are just like pretty atrocious. But then there's some really good dinosaur stuff. And that's what we come for, right? Mm-hmm. We come for the good dinosaur scenes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm leaning on it's okay. Not like I would say it's like mid, but like a little bit above mid maybe. I shouldn't have told you that. But I think it's just okay. I don't give a frick about anybody. I don't care about a single character other than probably Mahershala Ali. That's it. Like I don't care. I wasn't made to care. I'm trying to be careful to not say what other people have said.
Yeah.
But I just totally agree. There's way too many people in this movie. There's way too many. The family, while I do think they provide maybe some of the... Let me... Can I say my piece?
Say your piece. I will not agree with it.
I'm going to say my piece. They give a little bit of heart that is present in the other movies, but it is not worth having them in the entire time because they're very out of place and they shouldn't even be there. It overconvolutes the story. It's really not worth being there. The plot armor to keep them around is kind of wild. I don't think really a lot of it works. The one joke in the movie I thought was funny came from the boyfriend, but that's all I could say was when he was like, it's this way, but we're going to go that way. That bit was the only time I laughed in the theater. I did not think any of it. I thought, I don't know what that movie was trying to do. Like, I don't know with all of the dynamics, like all I could think was like, I'm being very upset at this guy's daughter because she is just like letting this guy be so disrespectful.
Just an awful.
And it's like, you don't understand him, Dad.
You don't see the side that I see.
The side. Yeah, the penis.
Clearly.
Which it better be huge because that guy was like...
He's got to have a hog on him.
Yeah, I know.
If they're going to drag his butt around.
I know. What the heck?
the little girl even says it. It's like, this side you don't see. And she's like, naked.
I know.
It's like, oh. Yeah, I think you cut the family out of this movie so much better.
Yeah, agreed.
Literally, I don't think you need them at all. Mm-mm. This movie becomes 10 times better.
Yeah.
Every time they showed the family, we lost momentum completely.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't care at all. Like, yes, they have some like sweet moments as like a family, but it wasn't enough for me to say they need to be in this movie. It feels like they had this idea of like, oh, this is a really cool, like, we're going to use like special forces and we're going to go to this island. It's going to be really fun and scary. But we have to make it very heartfelt for families. And so they just kind of like shoehorned it in there. Like, that's how it feels to me.
Well, and there's always some sort of family aspect
and I get
in
that.
every
I get
movie.
that. Before somebody says, I get it.
And I feel like that is the only reason they're there, not because they, just to have something like that.
But why not do something different?
Agreed. And I actually do think the story is already different.
I like the idea.
It's different enough because it doesn't tie in directly to like companies and the founders and kind of tie into the first three movies, kind of like the way the other Jurassic World trilogy does.
Yes.
This is completely different. This is a story happening within a world of this. You know, it's not
an
directly,
established world,
right.
but it's its own story.
It's not tuned into the vein of what Jurassic Park is. It's kind of definitely like a side quest spinoff story. Something I do believe probably would happen.
It's a valid reason. I think they would go to the island.
The reasons they're there are good.
Yeah.
And I think it works. There's just a lot of... I just didn't think the movie was funny. I didn't feel like the movie had stakes at all at any point.
I didn't feel it because it was the most predictable
movie
I think I've seen this year.
They consistently chose the wrong people to also put in danger, and then the obvious people to put in danger.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's so obvious.
So when certain characters who are like side characters... I'm like,
get into a little bit of trouble, you instantly know.
And then it's like, oh, but we're gonna put the little girl in danger. I'm like, well, I know you don't have the cojones to kill this little girl.
Absolutely.
So obviously she's not gonna die.
Yes.
I'll say this movie has this movie has a T-Rex sequence second to only the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
the T-Rex
really
sequence in this is fantastic, and it's from the book. It's a little reference to the book too, so that's very cool. And so I think that was a great sequence. I absolutely loved the stealth under the water stuff with the dinosaur. In that sequence.
Oh, in like the river? Like him, like the T-Rex under the water? Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
That was sick.
That was really cool.
It
was different enough that I was like, oh, this feels fresh and fun.
I just didn't
You know what? I'll take it back. There's a reason to have the family in that movie. To put them in danger so we can get that scene.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cut the rest out.
Yeah.
I love the boat sequence. With the... I can't remember what it's called, but... The whale dinosaur.
Oh,
I
getting
loved
the sample?
all of that.
Yeah.
I thought that was fantastic.
When they were crashing in the beginning, I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. I didn't find that stupid.
Why in the world did they jump off of that boat? That's all I could think, because everybody
Why they jumped off?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was A-okay on the boat. It wasn't even that drastic.
Yeah.
They all just threw all of their gear into the water.
With the, dinosaurs that are amphibious.
Yes. Then the boat just kind of not gracefully, but not very viciously just beaches itself.
Just
and
right
so
there.
I'm like, why did they jump off? And then they lose a crap load of gear. Yes. And I'm just like, this is completely avoidable. They didn't bring guns.
Yeah, they only brought... Well, I guess they brought the one handgun.
They had one of those?
One handgun. The guy from what is he from? Hunger Games or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? The first guy that I gotta be careful here, I guess. Spoilers. We've kind of talked a little bit of spoilers, but he was using a gun that had tranquilizers or whatever. Yeah. When he first pulled it out, I thought, oh, sick, this is a real gun. But it's not. Mm-hmm. They don't have anything except tranquilizers and the sample collecting gun. And then one handgun across this entire group. One handgun. And I was just like, why in the world would you not bring anything lethal onto this island? That's just not smart. Because there's got to be tons of little dinosaurs in there, I would think. But yeah, I did think that too.
He's Ajax from Deadpool, not...
Ajax from Deadpool.
He's not from whatever you said.
I'm thinking... I get him and the guy who plays in Hunger Games with the trident. You know what I'm talking about? I get them mixed up sometimes.
They don't look
very different.
But yeah.
Very different people. But yeah, he's Ajax. That's right.
Yeah, they don't have guns.
No. They have one mag of a handgun and they unload it and that's it. So
yeah, and who is the and let's hang on. And the movie is very fun. It's very really fun. Moments, yeah. I just don't think they nailed capturing the heart of Jurassic Park. Yeah. And I know that it's not super popular, but I really enjoy it, and I do think it captures the heart of Jurassic Park. While doing some new stuff is Jurassic World. I think Jurassic World does the new and pays the homage and feels familiar enough. Yeah. Whereas this doesn't necessarily feel familiar enough. And I was really thinking about this. This movie, if not for the music, could be in the Godzilla verse.
Oh my
on
gosh.
Skull Island.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Halfway through, I thought, you know what this reminds me of? Skull Island.
Yeah.
I thought that same
if
thing.
If it did not have the music, this could be
Absolutely.
a part of the Godzilla Skull Island King Kong
Absolutely.
world. And the music's the only thing that really truly ties it back in. I think, other than maybe some of the setup with dinosaurs, but but just being on the island, it just felt like that. It didn't feel drastically different.
Yeah.
I have one more it's super obvious from the trailers that they do like the mutant dinosaur stuff, right?
Yeah.
First of all, the set design in the opening sequence, it's very alien-esque. I really liked it.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's spoilers? Do we need to do spoilers? We can.
We can, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just to be careful.
That's fine. All right.
We've danced around it, so let's talk spoiler.
What do you wanna hear? Who wants to guess who?
Ooh,
Can I guess yours?
Yeah, guess mine. Go ahead.
I'm leaning just everything you said. I'm kind of leaning. I'm leaning 3 out of 5, maybe 3.5 out of 5 is where I'm sitting for you right now. But I might say, well, no, I'll go 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5, you think?
That's what I think you're at.
I think you are probably at a lock for 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, you're right. I am.
You're right. I am.
Okay, sweet.
3 out of 5, yeah. Look at us, dude.
I know.
We just know each other so well.
Yeah.
Now we kiss.
I think it's still very fun. And
Yes.
please don't think I'm saying it's a C. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's very fun and a good time. It's just not if not for the music, I don't think it belongs like within the world in the universe very much. And I like that it's a spin-off for sure. Something I was thinking about is like, could it have been a show?
Oh, great thought. Yeah, this could have been a show.
I think it could have been a show.
This would have been a really good, tight show.
Yeah. I think it would have been like fun, like 8-episode show. But I don't know, what studio would make that. But anyways, let's do spoilers. So this is my grand thought about this movie, and this is kind of like my only real big point about this movie is they do the mutant dinosaur stuff.
Yes.
To do something new and bring something fresh to this franchise. But that's not different enough from Jurassic World. The first two movies are very heavily preyed upon, hammering home. These are genetically modified. These are not dinosaurs that existed. We're making them, in the second one we're making the perfect weapon, and this one we're making the biggest, scariest predator for an attraction. And then they do the mutant thing here. I think it's a waste. I think it's a huge miss and kind of cheap and lazy.
I agree.
And I don't think it fits. And I think it's kind of dumb. Because of what we know now about dinosaurs versus when they initially, did Jurassic Park, we know now, and we're pretty sure that, and they actually, Alan Grant says this in the first movie, that dinosaurs evolved into birds. Mm-hmm. So you can say whatever the frick you want about Jurassic World Dominion, and I'll say it too, but they went the route of doing, we are 100% the genome correct for the dinosaurs, and a lot of them had feathers, and a lot of them had fur, and a lot of them had they looked like they could evolve into birds. Mm-hmm. So I loved that, and I thought that was a very cool idea. Why not explore that more in this movie? And why not take the advantage to actually do something new that we've learned as a society now? Like, we know
more
that they evolved into birds. How cool would it be to be like, this is the island of the first grown dinosaurs that became the jumping off point for the park. Mm-hmm. These dinosaurs, and I know this is a thing from Lost World is this idea. Yeah. But the idea of being like, these are the first, when we sourced the DNA and we grew the first dinosaurs, this is what they looked like. And they don't look like this because they tailored it to look how we would recognize it for the amusement park. Yeah. I think that's cool. and a really interesting idea.
Like they had to fight evolution to get them to look how we would recognize them.
Yeah. And because how we recognize them is not accurate to what they probably actually look like.
Yeah.
And so to actually be brave enough to do that and to be the first like representation of like accurate what accurate dinosaurs and what these animals would have looked like would have been very cool.
Yeah.
Now I still like the idea of the T-Rex being the same because it's amphibious.
Yes.
As per this movie, so the T-Rex can always look similar, but the some of the there's some raptors in Dominion that have feathers, and it's very cool. I like it a lot. So I really wish this movie had been brave enough to do something like that instead of just doing CGI hodgepodge mutant monster thing.
Just like a skinless mutant rancor is what I thought of. A four-armed rancor. That's what I thought of. Honestly, I think this is one of the least interesting dinosaurs we've seen.
I don't care about it.
I don't care. Oh. When I saw it, I laughed.
Oh.
I genuinely kind of chuckled.
I cannot believe that was the first time we were experiencing it other than the beginning sequence of the movie. If you really wanted to build tension throughout this movie, that dinosaur will be present all over the island interacting with our protagonist.
Yes.
Like, don't show it. Don't put them in danger of it. Show a footprint. Show some tree shaking. Show some massacres. Show a T-Rex freaking out, like hiding. Something to drive home. There's something here we don't understand. And then reveal it there. But it just doesn't feel like there's any stakes anywhere. I mean, I just didn't care about it at that point, personally.
Yeah, and we knew certain characters are not dying.
Yeah.
Like, I will say, I very early on called that Mahershala Ali was going to sacrifice himself for the girl. I was like, no, this is going to happen. But then they did flip it on me. I thought he was dead. I was like, oh, this makes sense. But they did flip it, and they saved him, and I was like, oh, kudos to you for not making it, like, one note predictable. At least he survived. Okay. I kind of like that.
See, I was like, I wish they had stuck to it because I loved the visual of the flare going out.
Yes. I did like that.
I thought that was so good. It's like you get the cool flare scene in the back. Like, that's two really good shots.
Yes.
That do a lot of storytelling without saying a word.
Yeah.
So very cool. I wish they had kind of committed to it.
I was just the opposite because I thought they were early on.
How did he get away?
Yeah. My thought was he just like went under, but you're right. It is a little, you have to kind of like add some context in there for like how he survived. I
thought the T-Rex was showing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Well, that's what happens in every movie.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
the T-Rex comes and saves the day.
Not in this one, though. I will say this is probably the best looking one since the first one. Like, it's shot really, really well. I mean, we know Gareth Edwards knows how to shoot a good movie. I think so.
Better than Steven Spielberg? The first Jurassic Park?
That's what I said. The best one since the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, best one since the first one. No.
Okay.
I won't give it that. There's too many just iconic, really good shots in the first one that would put it over this. But there's some really beautiful scenes in this one. Well, and it also, like, the dinosaurs don't feel just like a CGI dinosaur monster. Like, he uses them in the environment very well, and I like that. I thought, like, with the dinosaur in the ocean and how he uses the T-Rex and a lot of, like, the sets and things like that, it looks really good. There's some really beautiful, like,
you're not
scenes. Like, the sunset, the ending shots are, like, really good.
I personally don't think it's better than Jurassic World, but it's definitely better than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, and I'm willing to say it's definitely better than the third Jurassic Park. I like the second one with Jeff Goldblum. I think it's fun and interesting and different enough. A lot of people disagree, but whatever. I actually do rewatch that one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but, I do like that. I just think I would put it over. I would still put it over Jurassic World. There was just like multiple times in the movie I was like, that is a gorgeous shot.
Oh, it is shot.
Gorgeous shot.
It does something new, too, which is something to say. I just like Jurassic World more. It's probably a better movie than Jurassic World, for sure. Rebirth. But I like Jurassic World more. I'm trying
to think of what I would have rated Jurassic World.
See, I gave Jurassic World a 4 out of 5.
Really? And you like it, though?
Yeah.
4 I look at as negative. Like,
4 out of 5.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I got you. So wait. Let me back up really quick. So you think this movie might be better than
It's a
World?
better movie. I just didn't enjoy it as
like
much.
World
yeah,
more. Gotcha. Yeah.
Because that's the vision. It's the vision of the first movie. And
Chris Pratt is just so electric,
Yeah,
too.
and
Like, he's such a good
I get
character
it.
throughout
I
those.
get it. The Jeeps wouldn't start. I get that. Okay. I understand that point, and you're totally right. And look, Grayson or whatever, Gray and Zach, I think are their names. Yeah, they shouldn't be in the movie, but neither should this entire freaking family in Rebirth.
Yes.
So whatever. And at least Claire and Owen are fun to watch. So
Yeah, that's true.
when Chris Pratt's driving a motorcycle with his Raptors, and that reveal when they're like, that thing's part raptor and the Raptors turn, that's a sick reveal,
great,
dude.
yeah.
That's sick. I loved that.
This movie didn't have any reveals like that, really. Where I was like, oh, that's so sick. It had good dinosaur moments, but there was nothing in this where I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, that's really interesting.
No.
Like, I didn't even think the opening sequence with, like, the mutant, like, dinosaurs, like, all that crazy. I felt like
Other
World
than the
did it
product
better.
placement.
Oh, my gosh, dude, that's such a pet peeve of mine. Snickers, Lay's,
M&Ms.
Pringles, M&Ms, Dr. Pepper. This shot where they're in, like, the gas station where the little girl's just standing there, and right next to her is just a full display of Dr. Pepper, like untouched. I was like, that's so obvious. That's such a pet peeve of mine. I don't know why, but it just is. And it's rough. It's really rough. This movie would not have happened if a Snickers didn't F it all up, apparently.
I was shocked that Snickers bar caused that much of a problem.
That was
like
like
nuts.
under that door is just the single vent, and that single Snickers wrapper just screwed it all up. Like,
There's not procedure. Like, that guy felt like it was going to be fine to put that Snickers bar on the ground.
Yeah. Like, what?
And it broke all of the doors in every
It's fine.
facility.
It's so crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of it in this movie. It's funny sometimes.
I'm like, if you really wanted to cook, he tries to throw it away, and it's this shot of it like getting people walking and getting kicked and then like caught in a wheel, rolled over. Like, if you really wanted to cook, you know,
Something.
something.
No, he drops it right in front of the door.
He drops it right in front of the door
and walks
He's just
away.
like, whoop, boop.
That's stupid. You know what really the probably the pinnacle of product placement is in the Power Rangers movie when she's eating a Krispy Kreme donut. Do you remember that?
The Krispy Kreme's good.
It is, but it's awful product placement. But you're right, Krispy Kreme is good. We need to just like eat Krispy Kreme on the podcast. Maybe I'll surprise you one day.
I like that idea. All right. You ready to move on?
Let's move on.
All right.
It was a fun time in the
It's
theater.
very fun. Go see it. It's a good time.
It's a dinosaur movie. You're
I
gonna
kind of
get
wish
through
it had been
dinosaur
filmed for
movies.
IMAX a little bit.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that like towards the beginning, especially because it is shot really well and there are some really beautiful moments and like beautiful shots. I was like, this would be cooler on a bigger screen, but I don't know if it's like the most necessary, but it would be cool, I would say. But yeah, it's a fun time. It's a summer blockbuster. Go see it, eat popcorn, have fun. But let's talk about the real.
Let's look at the real movie that came out this week. Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Rebirth. No.
Like, I mean,
Whatever.
you could see that.
Yeah.
Or
you could stream.
sit at home,
and stream.
boot up that Netflix, and stream.
No. We support theaters.
Yes, we do support theaters.
So
we
don't
do have
say
we
that.
do have a video that says there's nothing like the theater experience. We've always agreed that. You should go see that movie, and you should sit on your couch
and watch.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunter should have gotten a theater release.
This would have slapped in the movie theater. Oh my gosh.
For us, I don't know that they would have been able to market it to enough people to get people to go
Maybe
see
not.
it. No, definitely not. Definitely
You don't
not.
think a banger trailer with that animation and like cool scenes?
No.
You don't think so?
Spider-Verse, the first Spider-Verse movie struggled to do it, so I don't.
That's fair.
I don't think this.
And
would.
it gives Spider-Verse vibes, so good point. Yeah. Dude, this would have slapped in theaters.
Yeah.
Shout out Finn for the recommendation.
Shout out Finn.
Oh my
Thank you,
gosh.
sir. That was great.
What's so funny is Audrey and I were sitting down, we were watching, like, we were flipping through something on Netflix, and it popped up on, like, the recommended. And I just, like, hovered over it, and it, like, shows just, like, you know, a little sequence, and it's the Saja Boys doing their song. And we both looked at each other. We were like, there's no shot I'm ever watching this movie. There's no shot at all. And then Finn recommended it. I was like, I don't know. Okay, I will. Boy, am I glad I did.
So
this
good.
is a banger. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
It's so good. It's visually stunning. Like, it looks really good. Sony Animation popped off with it.
K-pop Demon Hunter is the best movie, that animated movie that's come out this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Over Killers of Killers.
Oh.
It's so much better than Killer of Killers.
I wouldn't give it that.
Yes, it is.
No,
yes,
I would not give it
is.
that.
It is too. Why is Killer of Killers better?
I think Killer of Killers is just a little bit more like, I don't have like a good narrative reason, I will say. I would probably give it narratively to K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, it has heart to it, and like the main girl story is like really good. I think I just like Predator Killer of Killers more because of like the uniqueness of it. Like doing the individual stories and them coming together, showing the different time periods. I like that a lot. I've been wanting that story. I said it when we reviewed it. Like, I've wanted to see different time periods. So I just really like that one. And I feel like I like that one a little bit more than most people.
K-pop
I think
Demon Hunter
I would probably just
all the way.
slightly give it. Dang, you might be right. You might be right.
Every second of K-pop Demon Hunter is electric. That is not the same for Killer of Killers.
I mean, I think every like section is good.
But
it's not as electric. It's not as electric,
That's
though.
not electric. Every second, everything down to the songs, the characters, oh my gosh, the reveals. So good.
Very
Did
good.
not see it coming.
Did not
Blew
at
my
all.
freaking mind. The heart in this movie, the emotional impact in this movie is nuts.
Yeah.
The
songs.
the message, the songs, but the message, the internal message within this movie is huge, and I absolutely adore it, and I think it's just amazing, and I want a sequel, and I loved it so much.
Dude, I think it might get a sequel.
I hope it
because
does.
it's getting so much traction
It's
right
freaking
now.
awesome.
I'm like, let give it to me.
It's so good.
Dude, the scene where they're fighting the demons in the bathhouse is so good. Oh, it's so great. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
Like, even the first scene on the train
Yeah.
is really, really good.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Now. Okay. Let's score it.
I've got a lock.
For me, what I think.
I would say, I think...
So I've rated it a certain score. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to change it.
Really? Okay.
But you say because unless you know what I'm saying that as long as you know what my Letterboxd score is. Do you know what I gave it on Letterboxd?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. Then say what you're gonna say.
I think you're about to give it a 4.5 out of 5.
I am. That's it. Give it a 9. I think it's awesome. Wow. So fun.
Wow. What do you think I gave it?
I'm thinking you gave it a 4.
Yep.
Because I think you gave Killer Killers a 4.5.
Dude, man, I'm not willing to fight you on Predator Killer Killers because I'm seriously rethinking this. I'm being completely honest because this might be better than Killer of Killers. I would probably have to change it though. I'd probably have to bump it down.
This is what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Golden?
Spoilers.
Golden?
Yep.
One of the best songs of the year.
Yep.
Hands down.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Let me prepare myself. I'm ready.
I think this movie is very brave. I think it parallels the music industry in a very amazing way.
Explain.
The wolf in sheep's clothing whole concept.
Oh.
The entire concept with the
That's a
Doja
good point.
Boys.
Yeah.
And
Sasha Boys.
Sorry. The entire
Don't
concept.
get them wrong,
sorry,
okay?
I can't.
That's my boy band of the year, okay?
Okay. The Saja Boys. I was talking to Finn about this. And I initially was like, this kind of, something coming to mind is the Christian music industry because of things that are going on right now.
Yeah.
And we won't get into it. But it reminded me of the Christian music industry. A wolf in sheep's clothing, you know, someone who's there to say and do one thing but do another.
Yep.
And really negatively affects people, right? And that's how I looked at it. It then took a whole new meaning for me at the end of this movie because of these people. They fall in love with the Saja boys, and it seems so innocent and so pure. And they listen, they desensitize, they get desensitized, and they get desensitized. And then they don't know what they're freaking watching anymore.
Yes.
And it culminates to the last performance they do where they're demons.
They're just demons.
And no one cares.
No.
And like, that's wild.
Yeah.
That to me is nuts. Like, way to go. That's amazing. What a great parallel.
Yeah.
And to do that and it be like that impactful of like none of these people recognize what they're watching anymore.
They're eating
They
it up.
don't have the discernment anymore.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, be careful what you put in. Be careful what you listen to. And I was just like, wow, it's so good.
That is so good.
I loved it for that. And
That's
I was
crazy.
really floored. And I was like, wow. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's just like, I do think like it's like, I mean, the easiest one is Diddy, right? I mean, like even with Diddy, it's an obvious comparison
Yes.
to the Saja boys, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
you know.
Gosh. I mean, at this point though, like we don't need to listen to other music other than K-pop though.
No,
so
not at
that's
all.
I mean, I solely listen to
Absolutely.
K-pop now.
Yeah.
So and that's all innocent. So it's completely fine.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. That whole scene was very good. It kind of surprised me that like they were just like out there as demons, but it's like, it's great. Dude, it's just it builds so well. It's paced so well. Like it's just electric is the word. It's so electric.
Awesome.
Every song is memorable. Even Saja Boys, dude. I mean, I'm just trying to find my little soda pop.
My little soda pop.
Every drop I drink. Oh, it's so good. Was I listening to that on the way to see Jurassic World Rebirth? Yes. Yes, I was. Were my windows down?
epic.
Yes, they were.
It's epic.
It is a fun surprise of the year, I will say. I love when we get a good, like, out of nowhere, just banger.
Yeah. Character models are great too.
Yeah, they look really good. Oh, good recommendation, Finn.
Thanks, Finn.
Thank you.
Shout out Finn, Soccer Style, the man. Thank you so much. That
Oh
was
my
great.
gosh. Dude, it's got my head spinning about Predator, Killer of Killers. I'm gonna have to see if I re-rate it. Anyway.
All right.
Let's talk about what we've been watching.
Yeah.
We watched a little bit. We've been watching different stuff though.
Yeesh.
I mean, I kind of prioritized one just because it was like relevant. What have you been watching?
So I just finished The Bear.
Ooh, season 4. That's crazy because it's one of my favorite shows, probably like ever now, and I did not watch it yet.
All right. Do you feel like season 3 of The Bear was kind of like a nothing season? Like things happened, but not a lot happened. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it didn't go
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
the
places.
weakest out of all of them.
Okay. I don't want
agree.
to. I'm going to tell you. I think the same problem. Again,
Really?
I think it just like in the season 3. Like I get it. Things happen to the characters, and they have these arcs. Like they do.
Yes, I still think it's
But
good.
to the effect that they like, I think they like kind of like in season 3 they kind of like expound upon the cousin arc.
Yeah.
But we already really saw it in season
Mm-hmm.
2. Like, and they're kind of focused on it a little bit more. And I get it. Like we're sitting with these characters, right? But it doesn't like it kind of just culminates to a review. Mm-hmm. And I remember being kind of complaining that I didn't really get to see the day-to-day Bear restaurant run, and they're creating all this chaos
Yes,
with changing the menu and the components and the dollar amounts,
Yeah.
and we don't see any of it. Like they just say they do it, and they wrap up and they're done. Like we rarely get to see what like a day in the kitchen is like. And I get it in the first season, you know, it wasn't necessarily always like the day-to-day open hours. It was a lot of prep and then a lot of afterwards. But
we did have those episodes though that honed in on that.
Yeah. And so that's something I just felt about season 4. I felt like it meandered a little bit, but you do have these big character moments with Carmi and Sugar and and cousin, and you do get in Richie and Sydney, like you get a lot of these like big character moments. Yeah. My main complaint, atrocious season 4 of The Bear. Why? Fack. It's like 5 minutes of screen time in the whole thing.
What? Really?
Mistake.
That's crazy.
Matty Matheson's my favorite character in that whole show.
Yes.
So, and I get it. It's not his show.
Yeah,
I play so because we've just been hounded online. Like I know how to defend myself. I'm like, I get it. We're supposed to focus on Carby. It's called The Bear. Well, if someone's electric and my favorite part of a show, I'm gonna be upset if he's barely in this season. Yeah. There probably is a reason, but I don't care because I love my facts so much, man.
Yeah.
But I think it just kind of things happen to the characters, but the overall story doesn't go in a huge direction. Mm-hmm. And I feel like season 3 and season 4 could be one season.
Yeah. That has been my concern after season 3.
Oh, well, season 3 does the big... So the season 3 does culminate to that restaurant closing.
Yes.
So I'll take that back.
That's kind of a big...
I'll take back because I do like that episode. There's nothing like that in season 4. It kind of feels like we ended on 9. Okay. And there's supposed to be another one. Yeah. And that of a big event or something. And there is a big event. I get it. There is a big event. There has been something that happens. But
it just didn't have that
but it's not like
the other ones did.
It does. It's just not. It's just situational. Like it's not. I can't talk. I think you would know what I meant if you had seen it, but I don't want to.
We can talk spoilers about it next week because I want to catch up. But
overall, it's like fun and enjoys being with the characters. I just kind of wish more happened. I guess more within the main line of the restaurant. Yeah. Like a lot of things happen with the characters, but more so. Here it is. Like in the first 2 seasons, they're all working together, and it's their camaraderie, their chemistry that I think really works about the first 2 seasons. It kind of is just more like, okay, all these people are in the same building and we're just going to talk about individual things that happen to all of them. Yeah. And not necessarily how they're all mingling while they're together. I think season 3 did that, and I think they do it again in this season for some reason.
Gotcha. That has been a little bit of my concern is because this show was doing so well in season 1 and 2, I was afraid that it would start to lose some of its momentum and not do as many interesting things. And season 3, I felt like, while I still thought it was a really good season of television, I felt like it was the weakest, and I was afraid that it would start to lose its steam going into season 4. Like, I'm like, there's only so many things I feel like you can do with kind of the boundaries that you put yourself in, unless you really branch out and do something different. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see if I feel like they branched out and did something different in season 4. Sounds like they didn't really. So I don't know though. I mean, I just love this show so much. Like, I've heard a lot of people's complaints about 3. And I get it, and I do feel like it's the weakest, but I still ate it up. Like I thought, I ate it up too. And this show is so awesome.
Ate up this season. It's just technical storytelling. Like they introduce a lot of things, and then you see the ramifications of them, but they don't resolve. Yeah. And then, not even I think only some of the stuff in season 3 is resolved.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's just interesting. It's an interesting choice, but anyways. Yeah. We can move on.
Yeah, we'll talk about it once I see it and maybe hone in on some spoiler stuff. I watched Ironheart this week. Yep. I just want to talk about that for a little bit. Do you mind if I get into spoilers?
No.
I know you have been kind of like so on watching it or not. So spoilers, I don't think I can accurately talk about this without spoilers because there's some glaring things about it. First off, I think it's fine. I don't think it's awful. I've heard a lot of people say it's the worst thing Disney's done. I don't think that. I think it's fine. Riri Williams does a good job. She carries it. I like some of the chemistry that she has with another character, Natalie. There's some really good moments there. I think some of the stuff with the suit is interesting. The guy who plays Han Solo in Solo is in this. He's really fun. He's probably my favorite part of it. He's kind of comedic, kind of lighthearted, but he has kind of an interesting character arc that I really liked. But like they're doing the armor stuff. She's building a suit. It's all interesting. You're getting kind of like those Iron Man vibes. And then they throw in magic to this show. And it's like, what the heck? Where did this come from? And there's this weird like element of this like mystic item that Anthony Ramos is using. And you start to go like, what does this have to do with building an Iron Man suit? And they're like these Robin Hood characters. And it's like, it feels very weird in an Ironheart show, especially because like this was supposed to be, wasn't this show supposed to be like roadies? Like it was supposed to be like Armor Wars or something like that. Very grounded, very Iron Man-esque. And they throw in this magical element. And then you've probably seen what pops up in this, right? Mm. You know who's in this. And then Mephisto shows up and is sitting across from Riri Williams. And I'm like, what in the world does magic have to do with anything that's like Iron Man related? She's legit wielding magic in this suit. And it gets
wait, what?
Crazy.
Like she combines tech and magic?
Yes.
So she's Doctor Doom?
Yes.
Huh.
Is that not crazy? A character infuses magic into her suit and like her HUD's up display gets all like mystical and she's like wielding it in the suit. While I see a world where that's interesting, in this show for Ironheart, doesn't work.
That's like a unique trait of Doom, though.
Yes. They already just blew their load for it with Ironheart.
I'm not wrong, right? That's Doom's thing, like,
I'm
is the
pretty
magic
sure, right?
and tech.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's kind of like the what makes him really powerful.
Does she have it at the end of the show? Or is it gone?
It's not really like she uses it up and it goes away. They play very much with the magical element. They mention Doctor Strange. They talk about it. But they use it in a very like flippant way. Like they go into a shopkeep and like this random girl can just like do magic and like infuse it and do spells. Which is like not the end of the world because Camouflage exists. Like I get all of that. So it's fine. But they just infuse it into her suit and just use it against Anthony Ramos' character. And it's just really weird. It feels like they had an interesting idea for an Iron Man show spinoff. And then they thought, well, we got to do something crazier. So let's throw in Mephisto and let's add magic into it. And then it will be interesting. So, but it's not interesting enough.
So you're telling me that Mephisto showed up in Ironheart, but not in WandaVision.
Yep.
Not in Agatha all along.
Nope. Didn't show up in that.
Not in Multiverse of Madness.
You know what? Wasn't in that movie. But you know what he did show up in for the first time?
What?
An Ironheart show.
What? Gay? Ryan Coogler, what you doing, dude?
I'm like, what in the world? It just feels so...
Do you think it's like we need to make this show super relevant?
Yep.
That's unfortunate because I really think she could carry a story. I mean, I think that's a.
I think they should have had the confidence because she can.
That's insulting to that actress and the people who work on this show, like that they can't create a story that captivates audiences within this world, and create a very interesting and beloved. The fact that it's like we can't recreate this beloved comic book character and we have to shoehorn in a big mystical element everyone's been waiting for to give it relevance is so insulting to the people who work on this and this actress. Like, that's so annoying.
And the fact that she actually does a really good job in this show proves to me that she could carry her own show and a good story if she was given it.
Do you think there's a chance that this is how the comics work?
There could be. I'm not. My comic knowledge, like, if it is how it works, like, tell us. I don't know.
I kind of, it feels stupid now. I'm not going to say I'm going to change my mind on it just because it's in the comics. I'm sure Mephisto, I'm sure Mephisto and her have interacted in the comics.
Sure, yeah.
But does he play that big of a role, I guess? But
in this, he doesn't.
Oh, no?
No, he shows up for a scene in the second to last episode, and he shows up for another scene in the last episode. He's not the main villain. He just appears. He's the one who gives the main villain the abilities, And then there's kind of a moment between him and the very last episode between him and Riri Williams. And it's like clearly setting up this like overall Mephisto's now in the MCU. I mean, yes, Sacha Baron Cohen has been like teased to be Mephisto for gosh, how long? Here's what I will say. He does crush it as Mephisto.
I'm a Borat.
Yeah, that's all I could think of.
I'm a Mephisto.
He's doing like I'm a Mephisto. He does do a good job, though, I will say.
I'm a Mephisto.
I'm a Mephisto. Look at me in the MCU, in the MCU.
King of the castle, king of the castle.
You want the magic powers? I give it to you. You have a cool suit, now you have magic. Wobble wee. Oh, that's so great. And he doesn't do anything comedic. It's all serious, which is so weird to see. Borat has officially entered the MCU. Oh man, it's interesting. I will say though, he does play very convincing, like serious, mystical. Like he has kind of a quippiness to him, but he's still kind of playing serious. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean. But I would love to see him more in the MCU as Mephisto. I will say it did get me excited if they do him in the future. But just what a weird way to integrate it into this kind of like armor building, very grounded story and very grounded character. And because they don't set up any of that like in Wakanda Forever per se. Like it's just a very interesting choice. But it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's going to be pretty forgettable once we get 2 weeks past it.
Interesting.
But I think if you... Gosh, I don't even know if this is worth a watch if you like the MCU, though. Like, it's just such a nothingness season of, like, MCU television. I'm sure Mephisto will show up later, but if you just know Mephisto's in this show, I don't think you necessarily have to watch it.
Do you want to talk about video games?
Yeah, let's talk about video games.
Real quick. Our boy Anthony...
Yes.
...submitted us this question on our Discord. So we're going to be talking about our top...
Can you do it?
I'm going to say...
Can you do it?
I'm talking about my favorite video game of all time, and then I'm going to give some, in no particular order, down the list. And it's going to be more than 5. It's just, these are just...
All right. I say we each just give our 5, just rattle down it, and then we can see how it plays out. All right. You want me to give mine first, or you want to go?
You can go.
Okay, so and Anthony knows this, I guess, because I'm a huge Halo fan. So my favorite video game of all time is Halo 3. I think it's like the best experience I've had bringing together like really good story as well as like the really fun elements of like playing with your friends, multiplayer, all of that. It's just like peak for me. So Halo 3 is my favorite video game of all time. It's my favorite like franchise of all time. And this is not in any particular order either. I would probably have to say, it feels crazy to say, but Destiny is up there for me. Probably mostly because of the experience. I spent like 5 years of my life playing Destiny, the first Destiny, and it's so good. There's so many good like DLCs and moments, and the mechanics are fun. Bungie just delivered again. A newer one is going to be Elden Ring. I freaking love Elden Ring. I have revisited it, and I've played it a second time, and I think it's fantastic. It's really, really good. I spent like 150, 200 hours playing that game. And that was my first From Software game. So maybe that's part of my experience because I know people like love Bloodborne, but Elden Ring is up there. It's one of the most fun experiences I had, and I just lived for the lore of it. I wanted to know everything about it. I was looking up builds on YouTube. Like I was fully engrossed in it. Another one is going to be, I'm going to say it. It's going to be Minecraft. Purely because I think I've spent the most time playing that game.
Elite loot.
I have probably spent, the most time out of any video game playing this. Like, I've consistently played it every year on my own or with friends. And it's like it's like the biggest, it's like the highest grossing video game of all time for a reason. So I had to put that one. I had to put that one up there. Is that 4?
No idea. Not paying attention.
That's fine. You just don't care. It's fine.
Minecraft, Elden Ring, Halo 3, Destiny.
Okay. The last one I'd probably have to put up there, I'm going to put Skyrim up there.
Okay.
I love me some Elder Scrolls. Skyrim is like a peak fantasy experience for me.
Sweet.
I'm a sucker for some open world. That's no particular order. Halo 3 is my number 1 though. Top 5 video games all time. Nice. Go for it.
My list is a specific list of games I have replayed. So,
replayed the most.
Yes, I don't replay a lot of story games. So I'm a big story person. I didn't have multiplayer games growing up, so we literally played video games for stories. And so,
were you like not allowed to play multiplayer games?
No.
Bullied in the multiplayer chess.
So it's not like the biggest love I have, and so. Single story, really good stories draw me in. So if I ever read the way I made this list is if I have replayed these games, they mean something to me. Mm-hmm. So my favorite video game of all time is probably Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I love the Uncharted franchise. It was my first PlayStation game ever, and I absolutely adore the franchise, and I think the 4th game is perfect. It's perfection. It's amazing. It's great action, great story, subvert your expectations, gets you in the feels a little bit. It's amazing. It's incredible. I love that it's not supernatural. The other 3 games have a supernatural element. This does not. It's very grounded. And I love that for it. And just some great sequences, some great action. Nathan Drake is the man, second to Indiana Jones. Then the rest of this list is no particular order. I'm sorry, I'm lame, but no particular order. These are my favorite video games of all time. Final Fantasy 15. I am enthralled with this world and the characters, and I love the music, and the story is so good. It's the only story truly to get me to cry in a video game that could ever get me to cry.
Yeah.
I love the friendship, and I love driving around in the car and going fishing, and when they do the time skip thing. Mm-hmm. Oh my word, mind blown. Now, next one I've got Breath of the Wild. The Breath of the Wild game is excellent. The first game I ever had on the Nintendo Switch. I absolutely adore it. I think it's amazing. I've replayed it countless times. Countless times. I've started this game over and restarted a ton of times. I have 5 profiles on my Switch. My first Switch, because I would just create a new profile and replay.
Just replay it.
And so, okay. And then the next I have Smash Brothers. Oh, love Smash Bros. I play that. That's the only online game I really play. Yeah. I play a lot of Smash online because I don't have friends who play Smash with me. So
I'll play Smash with you.
Nice.
I'll Smash.
I don't know if you.
We can Smash.
Are you big into it?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, never mind.
I haven't played it a lot because I've never had a Switch. But I've played it like anytime I can get my hands on it, like with friends, I play it a lot. I love it.
So yeah, I love Smash Bros. I was 9 million. I was over 9 million GSP at one point on my main.
Gosh.
Little Mac.
Bro, get a life. Touch grass.
I know.
Oh, that's crazy.
Now I am not. That was a very perishable skill that I thought I would hold on to forever. And when I came back, I was like, I'm terrible at this.
That's funny.
All right, the next I have is the Cars video game. The Cars video game.
No, you're not. You're not serious,
peak,
dude.
You're
not serious.
It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, what a great experience!
It's amazing. I have memories coming home to play that game with my brother and driving around Radiator Spring. The Cars video game is a peak childhood experience, and if you haven't experienced it, I don't know what to tell you. You probably couldn't handle how old the graphics are. So
true.
But man, just when it came out, dude, and we were playing it left and right, all the customization for Lightning McQueen and Radiator Springs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, just it's an elite childhood game,
dude.
Force Unleashed 1 and 2, Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
That's fine.
Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are epic. I've replayed those games more times than I can count. I had a PSP. I had Force Unleashed on the PSP. Played it a ton. And then I figured out the PSP and the console versions of Force Unleashed are different. So that sparked my need to play the console games. Yeah. And wow, just incredible story. Love that character. I would love to see him come in, not OP, but as a grounded version of his character. I would love that. Insomniac Spider-Man game, fantastic, incredible. Anything Lego Star Wars. Anything Lego Star Wars is legit and made my childhood up. And then I have Jedi Fallen Order and then Jedi Survivor. I think both of those are really good, and I've replayed both of them. So
yeah, that's
dude. When Jedi Fallen Order came out, I was in Birmingham. I was at college. I drove to GameStop. I bought this game. I went to Publix, and I got me a pub sub and 20 wings, dude. And I didn't leave my dorm for 2 days.
That's
and
crazy.
A gallon of sweet tea.
That's the gamer life.
It was elite. It was the time. It was amazing. I loved it so much. And I played the game twice.
That's crazy.
In that span. I restarted it.
I just played through it again.
Yep, I loved it. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
So those are my video games.
Those are solid picks.
I love a good story-driven video game, which is interesting. Could not get into Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so Baldur's Gate 3, I'm playing through it right now. Me and Audrey are both playing it.
How?
Well, you can play it co-op.
How? On the PlayStation?
2 controllers, yeah, on PlayStation. Wow. Yeah, we play it together, and I think by the time it's done, it might be one of my favorite games of all time. It is so much fun.
I couldn't get through the prologue. Is it hard? Like, do you think it's hard to understand? I was getting so confused.
Yes, I will say I had another friend who I recommended it. I was like, you should get it, just try it, and he hated it. He was like, I wasted $60 because he was like, it's so difficult. I don't know how to figure it out. Yeah, you can. And I was like, I think if you can get through the prologue and you kind of get into it, I think it gets a little easier, and then you get into the more RPG elements. You're customizing your character, you're unlocking new spells, and it gets a little bit easier to kind of like manage. I also haven't played it through on my own. I've only played it co-op, but we've put in like a lot of time. It's so much fun though. I love it.
Are you guys having sex with other people in that game? Is it a couple?
No. All I'll say is
you double teamed a bear.